Hi everyone, welcome back to my educational channel, Middle School Math. Today we have a new lesson on this channel which is called rate, and rate is all about ratio applications. So we are continuing in grade 6, so let's dive in this lesson. So what is rate? So a rate is a ratio. So what is rate? Yep, rate is a ratio, but a ratio of two quantities with different measurement units. So in the past 4 ratio videos, we have discussed ratio, and we have said a ratio is comparing between two quantities using division, like 3/4. It's a fraction here, and it's a ratio. We can write it in the fraction form. We can write it in the using the 2 sign form, or we can write it using the word 2 form. So we talked about this in the past videos, and we talked about ratio, and we said that ratio is comparing between two quantities using division. But here a rate is a ratio. So what is the difference? So why don't we call a ratio a rate, or we call a rate a ratio? Because a rate is comparing two quantities with different measurement units. When we use discuss a ratio, we compare two quantities using not different, but we use similar measuring units. So when I am talking about ratio, I can use a centimeter and a centimeter, I can use a kilogram and a kilogram, I can use a milliliter and a milliliter, but I can't use a centimeter and a meter, or I can't use a centimeter and a kilogram or a milliliter. So they have to be similar measurement units while using ratio, but while using rate, they have to be different. So the only difference between the ratio and the rate we use different measurement units, but with the ratio we use similar measurement units. And measurement units, we have discussed them in the past videos. We have weight units like kilograms, grams. We have measurement units like centimeters, meters, kilometers. We have capacity units like milliliters and liters, and so on. So we have here an illustration example. So this example here says, this example is going to help us know what rate is. So if a car travels 300 kilometers in 5 hours. So a car travels 300 kilometers in 5 hours. So its rate is 300 kilometers over 5 hours. And you can notice easily here that that here at the antecedent we have kilometers, but at the consequent you have hours, and kilometers and hours are different measurement units. And since kilometers and hours are different measurement units, and this is a ratio, so this is a rate. But if it was kilometers over kilometers, so this would be a normal ratio. So here we have different measurement units, it's absolutely a rate. So here, as you can see, kilometers and hour are different measurement units. They are different. This means that they are a rate, not a normal ratio. So the rate per 1 hour is 300 kilometers over 5 hours, right? Because the car travels 300 kilometers per hour. So per hour, the car travels 300 kilometers in 5 hours. So to find the rate per 1 hour, we're going to divide them. So 300 kilometers divided by 5 hours, 300 divided by 5, they are both divisible by 5. So 300 divided by 5 is 60, sorry, and 5 divided by 5 is 1, so 6 kilometers over 1 hour. And you can notice here we have kilometers and we have hours, and this is 6 divided by 1, or you can write this as just 60 kilometers per hour, because 60 or any number divided by 1 is going to be the same number. So now we have the rate per 1 hour is 60 kilometers. The unit of this rate, as you can see, the unit here is kilometers per hour. Kilometers over hour, which is as a fraction, or we most of the time write it like this here as kilometers dash hour, and we call this dash per, so we can say kilometers per hour. So this is the rate, because we have here, as you can see, two different measurement units. Also, while using ratio, we don't use units. So we don't write units while using ratio. So if you have a ratio between two numbers like 3 and 4, we don't, like if they are centimeters, we don't write 3 centimeters over 4 centimeters. No, we just write 3 over 4. And we are going to discuss this right now. So some notes here. So a ratio has no unit. As you have just said, the ratio has no unit. So I can try to ratio like 3 over 4. This is a correct ratio, but if I roll 3 centimeters over 4 centimeters. This is also a ratio, but we write ratio without units. So we can't have units in our ratio. It should just be 3 over 4. So the units, we don't write them in the ratio because, why? Because it's a comparison between two quantities that has the same unit. The quantities has the same unit, centimeters and centimeters. And if we divide a centimeter by centimeter, it's going to be 1 by 1 is going to equal 1. And we cancel the 1. So it doesn't matter if we put the unit or not, but we most of the time don't use units in ratio. So a rate has always a unit. So they are the complete opposite. So a rate has always a unit, but a ratio has no units. So a rate has a unit because it's a comparison between two quantities that has different measurement units. So 3 over 4, I can write here kilometers, and I can write here seconds. So this is a rate because we are comparing two quantities using different measurement units, which is the kilometer here and the seconds here. And a kilometer is a measurement unit and second is a time unit. But a ratio is like 3 over 4, just 3 over 4 because it has no unit, because we compare two quantities of the same unit. So a unit rate is the unit of the first quantity per the unit of the second quantity. So to find the rate of a quantity, we take the first quantity that he gives us, per, which is that dash, which is also a division sign, by the second unit that he gives us. So examples of answers number 1. So these examples that we're gonna have now over here are gonna help us understand the rate a little bit more. So this example over here says a typist types a sheet containing 630 words within 7 minutes. Find the rate of the typing. Okay, so the typist types a sheet containing 630 words. So 630 words is our, yep, that's right, it's our first quantity. And within 7 minutes, 7 minutes is our second quantity. So while finding the ratio, we take our first quantity, per or divided by our second quantity. So our first quantity is 630 words, correct? Divided by or per, they're the same thing, over 7 minutes. So 630 divided by 7 is going to be 90. And words, we write the per sign here, so 90 words per minute. Example with answers number 2. So a car covers 280 kilometers. Awesome. 280 kilometers is our first quantity. In 4 hours. 4 hours is our second quantity. And to find the rate of something, we take our first quantity per our sorry. Let me erase this here. So, yep. So to find the rate of a quantity, we take the first quantity divided by or per the second quantity. So here, our first quantity is the 280 kilometers. So here we have 280 kilometers first divided by 4 hours, which is our second quantity. 280 divided by 4 is going to be 70, and we're going to write the two measurement units here, which is kilometers per hour. So here we have the speed of the car is going to be 70 kilometers per hour. Also, he here has give us the formula of the speed, but we don't need it because we know the formula of finding the rate. We take the first quantity per the second quantity. Example of answer number 3. So this is our last example for today. So this example says, which is the better deal? So here, the better deal of the same kind of pen. So I went to the store, and I'm going to buy pens like from the big type. So and the store has a deal for me. So the first deal says you can buy 2 pens for 5.5 pounds each, or you can buy 3 pens for 6.9 pounds each. And pounds here, guys, because some of you don't know what pounds is. Pounds are not weight units like pounds, lbs, kilograms, and stuff like that. Pounds here isn't a weight unit. Pounds here, it is abbreviated LE. It's a money unit like dollars and cents. It's a money unit, but it's used in other countries. And the book that I'm using has this instead of the dollars. But let's say that they are just here dollars and just here's dollars. So let's just cancel the pounds out. Okay. So guys, the first deal says 2 pence for 5.5 or 3 pence for 6.9. So we need to figure out which deal is the best so we can save more money. So let's find out the rate of the first deal. So the first deal, the first quantity is 2 pence and the second quantity is $5.5. So we take the first quantity first, $5.5. Sorry, here guys, we have 5.5 and 2. We take the biggest number, not just the first quantity. So 5.5 pounds over 2 pence. So 5.5 divided by 2 is going to be 2.75. And then we're going to have pounds per pen or dollars per pen. So the first one's rate is 2.75 dollars per the pen. So the second one is, the biggest number is 6.9 and the smallest number is the 3 pence. So we're going to take the first 6.9 pounds over 3 pence. So it's going to be 2.3 at the end, dollars per pen. So the second one is going to be 2.3 dollars per pen. So here we have the rate of the first deal, $2.75 per pen. So for the 1 pen, I'm going to pay $2.75. The second deal here, I'm going to pay $2.3 for 1 pen. So which one is better? Absolutely, the second one is better. So 3 pence for 6.9 pounds, which is the second deal, is the better deal. Why? Because we have 2.3. We're going to pay $2.3 for just 1 pen, and this is less than paying $2.75 for just 1 pen. So try this. We have reached the end of this lesson, and I have the try by yourself question for you guys. Almost at the end of every video I have it, so you guys can practice using this question here. It is to improve your understanding of the lesson, so give it a shot and you do it. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to Middle School Math for more cool